Hi everybody, here's a very quick video on how to do the white balance workflow for the CVD class. First thing you want to do is you want to set up your white card. You should have a white piece of printer paper taped to the other side of that. You want to set up your white card right in front of your focal point, the main object of the shot that you're shooting, and have the main light source, the key light inside or the sun outside, lighting up that card. Then you want to zoom in all the way and fill the frame. So you want to make sure you're filling the frame with that white card all the way, and then you want to iris up until you see zebra 2 stripes, or until you're right below the 90 IRE top orange line, which is called the zebra 2 point. You want to be right below that. If I look at my viewfinder, right there is where I don't see any more zebra stripes on that. And then once you have that set there, you want to switch your AB preset switch, a white balance switch on the left side of the camera, to A. And then you want to hit the WB set button on the front of the camera here. It's right on the front of the camera, right below your multifunction, and it's going to tell you that it's a white balance, and it's giving me a white balance of 50/18. And then I'm going to take the card, I'm going to switch it over like this. I'm going to make sure I'm filling the frame with it all the way. Got a little bit of shadow there I'll try to get rid of. And then I'm going to iris up and down again. And the reason I'm irising up and down a second time is because the reflectivity of the white paper is a little different from the reflectivity of the white card. I'm going to flip the switch to B, and I'm going to white balance again. It's going to say 52/49. So I've got two numbers. Now I'm going to take this out of the frame. I'm going to set up my shot. Let's go to this so we can see this. And it'll give us a pretty good color rendition of what we're looking at here. And then with the shot set up, I'm just going to say this is my shot. Let me lock it down here. I'm going to zoom in all the way, fill the frame. I'm going to check my focus on that using my focus mag. And so that's pretty good right there. So I'm in focus. So now for A and B, for B I got 51/51, and for A I got 50/18. So I'm going to dial my preset in between those numbers. So I'm going to take that to 5100 degrees Kelvin. And I do that by flipping my AB preset white balance mode switch to preset, and it shows the preset at 5600. Then I hit the not the shutter speed button, I hit the white balance button on the left side of the camera, the WHT BAL button, and when I do that, it puts a white box, selection box around that, and then I can change that number up and down using my multifunction dial or the two 8-way multifunction dials on the top handle or the back of the right handle, and I'm going to dial that right in between what I got for A and B, 5100 degrees Kelvin. Then with my shot set up and exposed properly, let me bring that over again. I'm going to go up 500 degrees for that number to 5600 degrees, and then I'm going to go back down to 51, and then I'm going to go down to 4600 degrees. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the grays and the whites right up here. And you want to look at the whites in your shot, or any of the colors in your shot, and you're just trying to figure out as you go up and down that 1000 degrees where the white balance looks the best to you. So again, if I go from 46 to 56, this is what it's going to look like. As you see, that white and that gray is a little blue to me there at 56 or 46. And as I go back and forth at 51, that gets a little more neutral. And then as I go up to 56, the whites and the grays here got a little warmer. So if I go back and forth, now the problem becomes, when you're doing this, when you first start doing this, you can only see 500 degrees Kelvin. So you're not going to see a whole lot of difference. But what you're looking for is any kind of blue tint or a warm tint in the whites and gray. And then again, I see that going a little bit blue. That's a little bit more neutral right there, but I like mine a little bit warmer. So somewhere right around 5200 degrees Kelvin is where I think that looks the best to me. So I would select that in. Now I have three numbers, A, B, and preset, all within a couple hundred degrees of each other. In this case, they're all within 100 degrees of each other. And then I'm going to switch back and forth between A, B, and preset and figure out which one of those three look the best to me. Now again, you're looking at 100 degrees Kelvin white balance. You can only see 500 degrees when you start out. So the whole point of this workflow is to retrain your eye to really see 100 degrees, which is your eye is capable of seeing, but you haven't trained it yet. So that's what this is all about. So when you flip back and forth, that's really doing it. And so for most of you, you probably won't see a big difference between that. But for me, I look at this and say, oh, that's a little warm for me. That's about the same for me. I kind of like B better at 51/18, or A better at 51/18. So we would select that to be the one that I use, and I would bold that in my camera report so to let me know that's the one you chose, so I can give you corrective feedback on it. That's it.